Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another podcast. The low expectation of black men. Now, I got my other social media sites and stuff, my Instagram, my Patreon, everything Twitter, which, I still need to get on Twitter. So, anyway, right, something I saw on Twitter, and it's a general meme. Right? And it will either say the word generally is no nigga. No nigga got all five. I'm gonna use no brother got all five, right? And it would say something like their home, a car in their name. Like the one person sent me, it said a crib in their name, a car in their name, good job, no record, and good dick. And one variation was like all their teeth. And there was a woman who spread one that one of my supporters shared with me. And I was like, I saw her comment. She was ready to fight about it, right? And I was looking at it, right? I was like, home in their own name. I was like, what's the big deal about that? Shoot, even if they got an apartment or something, they signed the lease, right? A car in their name. No, I see a lot of dudes pushing cars, their own cars, right? Good job. You got cats out here with good businesses and stuff, good careers. Not even a job. Shit, they running a system and stuff. No record. Contrary to popular belief, every brother hasn't been arrested. It's a high number, be sure. It's an issue that has to be addressed, but there's a lot of brothers. The most they might have got is a parking ticket. A parking ticket. They might not have gotten that. Yeah. The last few times I was stopped, I just got off with a warning and a lot of serves. I've even had cops, white cops. They see me speeding and they got the gun out and they'll just look at me, hold their hand up like down. They'll like push it down like to say, all right, you need to slow down, right? Shit. And good dick. Well, some dudes out here must have some good dick because a lot of women want to indulge. But they'll say, no brother got all five, which is some bullshit. First of all, these are basic ass things. So, the problem with it, I know some people spread it as a joke, but there's some women who take it seriously. Some people who take it seriously. And, one of the things I've noticed, and I've noticed this ever since I wrote this article back early, this was in 2000. It was called The Shortage of Good Black Women for Successful Black Men, right? And, the biggest single criticism was not that I said anything about a shortage of black women, believe it or not. Or good black women, rather. The biggest criticism was like, I used 3 examples. Now, I changed the names, of course, really just to protect some folks. But they were all based on real people. But people saying these men don't exist. And even now, you get women who don't think some things exist, right? Like it was interesting. I had a female troll. Every now and then on some of my older videos, I'll get maybe a woman or something, and they think they telling you something. In fact, 2 instances I can think about, right? I had some woman coming in on me, right? She was like, well, yeah, why don't you tell them how to get a business going? Why don't you do that? So I gave her the link to my business channel, right? And then recently it was a woman like, oh yeah, and read an occasional book like she telling me something. If we still had messages and stuff on YouTube, I'd have sent her a screenshot of my 3 bookcases. And those are just the books I got on the bookcase. I got books scattered throughout my place, right? But it's that low expectation of black men, and that's I'm gonna tell you what. Overall, that's one of the biggest issues we have. Overall, this is bigger than just relationships or some memes that might have gone around on social media, which may or may not be in fun, right? May or may not. Like I said, I know some people take it seriously, right? But it's just a low expectation. It's like, wait a minute, you gonna tell me that some dude, there ain't some black men out here who will work hard and get their own home, or at least got enough sense to, enough sense and credit to sign their own lease. Yeah, I know there's some, I'm gonna get into that these other dudes out here who ain't doing none of this stuff, right? You gonna tell me there ain't no brothers gonna get a car, right? And if they get a car or something or a vehicle, they gotta pay for it, which means they need some type of income, right? No criminal record. Yeah, despite everything, ain't like every brother. Look, first of all, let's think about some shit, right? let me hit that no record thing. The prisons would be overflowing if every brother got arrested for something, especially when you have a significant amount of brothers who are black. You have some black federal agents. I mean, come on, man. And the good D, well, you know what? That's subjective, though. That's subjective. So, and for someone to say they wouldn't have all 5 or something, I'm just like, that's crazy. But see, part of the problem with the low expectation of black men, you have too many people. You have some people who, for either racist reasons or just to make themselves feel better, will only focus on the lower brothers. The brothers ain't doing anything, right? The brothers who not hustling, they just laying up, they're doing anything productive. The unproductive brothers, right? They'll do that for racist reasons or to feel like they're gender superior, because a lot of black women will say, well, we doing all this and black men ain't doing this and that, and and we got this on YouTube. Too many black women putting it down, right? And then another part of that is some women messing with these guys. Let's just be real. Many women are messing with guys who, actually, the only thing they bring to the table is a good dick. Move them into, the women will move them into their homes. They'll have the dude driving their car. Shoot, they don't have a job. They may or may not have a record, right? But the bottom line is women are chasing. And in fact, many women don't know what to do with a guy who would have all of those things because of their low expectation. And I know I got a woman's channel, and I know some women even look at this channel because they try and get insight into men and stuff. But a big issue is if you're a woman listening to this, if you have a low expectation of black men, you're going to have trouble, because the thing about expectations, if you expect low things, that's what you're going to find, because your brain will only focus on. Let me give y'all some stuff from my Deep Thought channel, some perspective that I would use on my Deep Thought channel. If you're going out here looking for the worst, you're going to find it, because that's all you're going to focus on. Now, you could have, I'm going to tell you what, let me use an example. You got a woman, she wants a brother. But her expectation is that brothers are broke, don't have anything to offer but a dick. Guess what she gonna see? She gonna spot it. In fact, you could have 20 outstanding brothers wearing like some professional clothing, clean cut, standing in front of their cars and everything, clean late model cars. And you're going to get somebody on, and she will spot the one person that's among that crowd who looked like he got his clothes from some discount store, and he's chilling on a BMX bike. And that's how the mind works. You only see what you want to see. Right? Now, dealing with that, you know what? I would just say people gonna be people, because ultimately, I was going to say something about maybe dudes could present, themselves more, but like I said, the people see you, but they just don't see you. So that's up to the person. Now, if somebody want to change every person got to change their individual perception. Even some other men, because you get black men who put other black men down. Low expectation, like they the only ones who, would like get a house or buy a car or something and stay out of trouble. because there's a lot of competition. I need to address that in a future video, right? But it's up to each individual to like look in the mirror and examine their own expectations, because they really become self-fulfilling prophecies. So anyway, right, that's it for today. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace and blessings.